Welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Jedel Kabir. Excited to be part of this conversations that will help our leaders make better policy decisions and also political moves. I'm here with Herman Manyora, political analyst and commentator. How are you doing today?
I'm okay, sir.
Look sharp, looking sharp.
Yes.
What are you up to nowadays? I haven't seen you for 3-4 days. What have you been up to?
We are trying to organize the country.
You know, the question, I think the conversation we are having today is about the image of the country. Kisii Senator says we are looking like a banana republic. Kalale says, look, tumeanza kukaa sura mbaya as a country.
Yes.
What is our image looking like and what should be done? I think let's start with that.
Well, we are not sending a very good picture outside there. We are looking like confused people. People have used words like ladderless, clueless. I think that's what we come out as. The country doesn't seem to be on some trajectory you can even define. You know, even before you talk about whether it is a bad trajectory or not, you can't even define it. It seems we are on autopilot. And that's not good for any country.
What do you think has led to this autopilot, rudderless as you put it, banana republic as Onyango would say? What has led to this?
I think we are playing our politics badly. Yeah. We started off badly after the elections. And the president, having been sworn in, should have moved in a different way from the way he moved. He should have moved to bring the country together. He should have moved to be magnanimous in victory. He should have moved in a manner that will show he's aware that the country was divided in the middle. But what did the president choose to do? Go all out to attack the people he has defeated. There are doubts as to whether he defeated them or not, but that's not important. To attack them, to vilify them, to insult them, to ridicule them, and generate to be in a state of war.
When you say he should have been magnanimous, how do you become magnanimous when you've won? You
Just
know,
the way you talk.
This is the conversation that was there with Uhuru, who wanted a win-win situation. How could that have happened post-Ruto's win?
You know, when you win an election, you know there must be people who are hurting. Losing an election, whatever election. I'm in for some small election somewhere. Let's not talk about it here. But losing an election hurts the loser. So when you have won, that's why Winston Churchill said, be magnanimous. He was hugely aware that there's pain in losing. So you don't add insult to injured. That's what Ruto was doing. Somebody's down and you want to crush him. And the reason is simple, it's psychological. One, they don't seem to have been confident that they are going to win the election. They don't seem to have been prepared. I've said this many times.
Yes.
So they needed to collect themselves quickly and know they are the victors. They are in power. But they are behaving as if there are bigger forces than them. You get it? You are in power and you are saying government was killing people, throwing Ribayala, they are doing... But then you are government. Because if these people come for compensation, it is you who will pay. Yes.
Your government.
You will supervise government paying them.
So
you see, that's where the problem is. You say people stole government money, carried in bags. We are broke because in the last few days, people stole money, put in gunias, put in helicopters and landed in people's homes. And yet you are not arresting the people. So what are you telling? So they have not been able to settle down as government. Partly because they have refused to know that when you take power, there will be people you'll have to work with. Some of them inside the system. You know, the system you have defeated. There are people who you need to bring on board.
When they came into power, though, they wanted to deal with Raila. They wanted to crush him, saying, look, he has worked with all administrations. And, you know, maybe this time things would be different. What have they learned, though, about Raila? That's why they are now in dialogue With
How many
Raila's
times
side?
did I tell them that you don't know Raila? On this show of yours, how many times? Is it not many times?
So many.
And I've told them you can't defeat Raila just like that. You can steal Raila's votes, which has been happening, and I don't know why. You can defeat Raila's victory, steal his votes, but you cannot erase Raila out of the political scene until he exits on his own or somehow.
Okay.
You can't wish him away.
So is this something that they have come to learn later on because they were planning?
They were denying it, but they have seen I was right and they were wrong.
You have to tell that to their faces that you are right, they were
Of
wrong.
course, they will have to accept. If they had listened to me, all these things would have been avoided,
Okay.
including people who have died. Nobody would have died. Sitting down with Raila is a very simple thing.
No.
Raila is not a bad guy. People fear Raila, that's all. But he's not a bad guy.
People fear him.
He's a guy you just, once Uhuru looked for him and they sat down, he was even surprised. Kumbe ndio huyu. Kumbe ni mtu mungwana.
Okay.
Same with Kibaki, same with Moi. Raila is a very good person. Easy to deal with.
So the approach when it comes to dealing with Raila, is that what has led us here?
Yeah.
How about now the government appointments? You know, we talk about CS. Kalale says we're looking ugly, sack, Moses Kuria, sack, Chirchir, sack, David.
There's no point of sacking anybody. They should all go. There's no cabinet. The president doesn't have a cabinet, and I said it from the day he nominated the cabinet. And I was with you.
Yes.
And I said on TV, and I've said here, I've said in media, print media, everywhere, I've said he has no cabinet. And he will pay for it. Yes. Is
the president paying?
He's already paying for it.
It seems like it's Kenyans who are paying, not him.
Even him is paying. The political price is always there.
And that is why I want to go. Political price of having a government that looks ugly, as Kalwale has put it. What is the political price now for President William Ruto, who is now abroad,
Let me tell you
investors?
This. Today you are just pushing me into saying things that I've said from the time Ruto was sworn in. I've said, going forward, and I said before Ruto was voted in, this idea of 5 years, hey, my friend, it will become a thing of the past. At your villa machine at 2027, next election in 2032, 2027, 32, 37. We are going to have a lot of in-between elections. Yes, it's going to happen very soon. It may not happen this term. It may not necessarily happen even next term.
Yeah.
But this is going to be the new Kenya, the new political Kenya. So I'm saying the political price to pay, Ruto can go home.
And I wanted to...
He can be watching things from home. What? You mean I have lost power? It's possible. Look, let us assume the games they are playing, Gachagua realizes it's being played. Mudavadi realizes it's being played. And they are playing Raila. In between there is confusion. Then these guys gang up. He will go home. What will you do? If Gachagua, Mudavadi, Raila, Kalonzo and the rest gang up in parliament, you'll go home.
The first order of business, though, was for him to settle his side first.
Yes.
He poached people from other side, getting his numbers in parliament, Wetangula declaring their side majority, This is the first thing they did, to get their political side together.
Those numbers can be scuttled. Those numbers can be scuttled. Yes. Look, examples are there. What is happening from Bomas, this deal most likely is a deal between Raila and Ruto. This deal could antagonize Gachagua, and I've said it. This deal could antagonize Kalonzo. I've said that. And that could create avenues for people to merge. You've heard Malala saying ANC, Mudavadi's party, Ford Kenya, the party of Papa Roma, they are what? What does he call them? Kiosks. They should fold up.
Village parties.
This thing can be strong enough. Mudavadi is being told, if you cannot be a prime cabinet secretary in my government and you have your party. Ditto Wetangula. And they are told you either shape up or ship out. You don't know what you are getting.
I'm getting you.
A number of these things cumulatively can build a coalition against Ruto. Yes, it's very easy.
So how do you consolidate your image, though, as a regime? You know, President William.
The president's shirt is cut out for him. It's very easy, just to stitch. You know, it's been cut.
Yeah.
It's ni kustitch tu kuunganisha. This is the sleeve, unaunganisha. This is the hem, unafanya. It's simple for him. The beginning point for President Ruto, and let him not say we didn't tell him. The beginning point for President Ruto is to get rid of this cabinet. That has two things to bring on board. Number one, it creates a sigh of relief in the country that then brings in hope among the population. That's why whenever governments are in this kind of problems, in a crisis, the first stop is always cabinet. The president always either sacks the entire cabinet or reshuffles, makes a major, everywhere you go. It creates a psychological anchorage. People feel, kumbe, this guy is now feeling us. He knows what we are going through. And the second thing that does, it creates room for him now to bring in competent people. See our pambe wake. What he did, he was rewarding his cronies, which is normal in politics. But unfortunately for him, the country is going through a rough patch. Not just this country. It's a global problem. When a country is going through the sort of problems you are going through, you cannot bring just about anybody in cabinet.
Is this something you can do?
You need the best the country can give you.
Is this something you can do in your first term, considering that you might need these alliances when if he decides to go for 2027?
Of course you can do it.
No political
history has shown when you do the right thing, things just come your way. If you concentrate on 2027, you could lose it. But if you concentrate on doing the right things for Kenya, you not even campaign, you just be re-elected. The right thing doesn't mean development in the way of Kenya, just the right thing. Beginning with playing the politics right. Kibaki is said to have done a lot of good things on the economic front, but he did very bad politics. Come 2007, he had to steal the election. This I can say in broad daylight. So Ruto should just do the right thing, beginning with playing politics right.
All right. And that's it for him.
Oh!
Now there's this...
He will have no competitor.
It seems they've taken a different route. When Gachagua flew back to Kenya from Colombia, he read the Rights Act to the CSs. Today, Moses Kuria has apologized, saying man is to err. It seems like he spoke with a little bit of some arrogance there, apologizing to Kenya on his social media platforms. Is this a kind of route that they can take? Look, tell these CSs, David Ndiz, apologize to Kenyans, let's move forward.
Yes. Please. Please. Kenyans want to see some blood. When you read traditional societies, and you read the Bible, the holy books, these sacrifices of animals, the most famous in the Bible, where Abraham wants to sacrifice his own son, just at the point of, and I'm here, look behind, there's a lamb, a fat lamb there. People don't understand the genesis of that. When things get to a point, people want to see something give way, something crack. You get it?
Yeah.
And in any way, without things cracking, there can be no life, even from a biological point of view.
Yeah.
So from a political point of view, when things are so bad, people want to see you kukata kidogo waone damu inatoka. Waone hiyo kidogo. Sasa kukata ni hii cabinet kwenda nyumbani. The first step. People want to see some blood. Shak. Ambia cabinet, you are my friends, but go home. So you have failed Kenyans. You know they are. From the word go, I don't think Ruto expected them to perform. He knew this. He knows them. Ruto has been around and is a smart guy. He knew these are not people who can perform.
Now we are looking at CS Wahome with her peers writing letters to each other.
Look.
Disagreeing on Athi River water. I'm looking at the situation.
Does she even know what it means to be a CS? Does she know who's a PS? They don't know. So
so from what you're saying, things can't get any worse. Is that what you're saying?
Things will get worse. Things have just they have just started. Things will get worse. Things will get worse. And I'm telling you, I even was tweeting today morning. Things can get worse. You've seen the reaction of this increase in petrol, in fuel, by 16 shillings, 21, 33. I was saying in another 25 days. 25 days, there's another increase. Then another. And Kuria is joking, talking about prepare 10 every month. It will be more than 10 because something is happening to the dollar. Something is happening from the shipping lines. Something is happening to the supply of crude. It is constricting. You get all these things factors combined. The prices of fuel go up. If you thought this is up, you have not seen anything. Americans will say you ain't seen no nothing.
What's the worst that can happen if Ruto does not heed to your advice? Sack the CSs.
What will happen is people of this country will take law into their own hands. We are not far from there. No. And they will ignore Raila. And I've told them, the moment the people go to the streets on their own without Raila, we are done. That will be the end of this country as we know it. The moment people spill in the streets on their own, yes, on their own without Raila, and they're about to go without Raila. The way to forestall it is to do small little things that create hope. If you sack this cabinet, you create big hope in the people that you feel them and you are moving. Then the people you bring into cabinet, people can say, eh? Then those people, they will give you face to revise certain things. Because certain things you can't revise them and remain with your face. Not revise, that's what I'm looking for. Reverse.
Yeah.
So if you have new people, they can help you to reverse things without you losing your face. You see the meaning of a new cabinet?
Yeah.
Yes. Some of these policies that we have put in place, they can be reversed. Cabinet can meet and say we are introducing subsidies. Cabinet can meet and say we are suspending all road development in this country for 5 years until we pick up our pieces, until we clear our debts. We cannot be servicing debts painfully and yet getting more debts to construct the roads. Who will walk on those roads when people will be dead? So if you have a new cabinet, it can help you do things you might be ashamed of doing to reverse some of the policies. So what the president needs today, more than anything else, is to begin by sending the cabinet home. Bring a new cabinet. And the second thing is to let the country sit together and talk about tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to this conversation. The image of Ruto's administration, what he needs to do, sack the CSs, and let's start afresh. Till we talk again, have yourself a lovely rest of your day.